What if the darkest parts of yourself aren't enemies, but hidden allies? Have you ever wondered why you sometimes act in ways you don't understand? Snapping at someone you love, sabotaging your own success, or feeling a surge of emotions that seem to come out of nowhere? Carl Jung believed that inside every human being lives a shadow, a side we deny, repress, and fear. And the shocking truth is this: ignoring it could be the biggest mistake of your life. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, introduced the idea of the shadow self. He described it as the unconscious aspects of our personality, the traits, desires, and impulses we reject because they don't fit our self-image. Think about it. How often do you say, "That's not me," or "I would never do that"? But here's the twist. The shadow doesn't disappear. It waits, patiently, silently, until the moment it breaks through. The more you deny your shadow, the more power it gains. Jung warned that suppressed anger, jealousy, greed, or even creativity can erupt in destructive ways. That's why people sometimes act out of character. It's not random. It's not a glitch. It's their shadow breaking through the mask. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The shadow knows you better than you know yourself. Think about the times you've said, "I don't know what came over me." That's shadow energy. It can show up as sudden rage, toxic relationships, or compulsive behaviors. But here's the paradox. It can also hold suppressed gifts, talents, passions, and creativity you've buried because of fear, shame, or social pressure. What if the very thing you're hiding is the key to your greatness? From childhood, we're taught to hide certain emotions. Don't cry. Don't be selfish. Don't be too loud. Don't be too different. Over time, these rejected parts form the shadow. Society tells us the shadow is dangerous, but Jung argued it's essential. Without confronting it, we remain half alive, trapped in a false identity. Ask yourself, are you living as your authentic self, or as the version of you that others demanded? Jung didn't say we should destroy the shadow. He said we must integrate it. That means acknowledging those hidden parts, understanding them, and finding healthy ways to express them. Shadow work, through therapy, journaling, meditation, or deep self-reflection, is the path to wholeness. Imagine looking into the mirror and finally seeing all of yourself, not just the polished mask. That's integration. That's freedom. But here's the danger. Ignore your shadow, and it will control you from the dark. History is full of leaders, celebrities, and ordinary people undone by the very impulses they tried to hide. Scandals, addictions, betrayals, they're often the shadow erupting after years of denial. Jung's warning was clear. What you resist persists, and what you refuse to face will eventually face you. So ask yourself, what parts of you have you buried? What emotions do you pretend you don't feel? What desires do you dismiss as unacceptable? The shocking truth about your inner shadow is this: it's not your enemy. It's the missing piece of your soul. Jung exposed it so we could reclaim it. The question is not whether you have a shadow. You do. The real question is, will you face yours? Will you dare to step into the darkness, not to be consumed, but to be made whole? Because the shadow you fear may be the key to your freedom. If this opened your eyes, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, the journey into the shadow is the journey into yourself.